Okay, good morning. Good morning. It's already 11. Happy Monday. Okay, so I thought I would get on here and share. I haven't done kind of like a thrifted yard sale haul in a while. And so I thought I'd kind of share some things that I have found recently over the last week. This is some of the haul that I found. I actually went to some yard sales. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. Are there yard sales where you are? Because there just does not seem to be many here at all. I don't know what is going on. Like literally, even there's none that are really advertising anywhere. And then, you know, when you drive around to like the main intersections or where people normally, like there's just no signs. Are there yard sales where you are? Because when you don't have them like this, like a couple years ago, obviously nobody had them, but now it's like, I really want them. So anyway, over this past week, I did find a couple and I did find some things I was able to stop at, but there were a couple that were really good, but their prices were so crazy. I would have bought a lot more, but their prices were just crazy. Anyway, so some of the things I got are not down here, but I've got a kind of a big kind of grouping here. So I thought I'd kind of share with you guys. All right. So first of all, I love old Crocs like this old, you guys, they're reproducing these. And this is like an original old, you know, like Croc vase thing, clay pottery thing. They are reproducing these like at Target and Pottery Barn and all of those places. So when you can find the real deal, snag them up. They're so pretty. With that, I also found this one. I love, I mean, these together, this look, it's just like, makes me so happy. So I always grab these Crocs when I find them at a good price. So obviously, sometimes the thrift stores and stuff get crazy. Yard sales, like I say, oh my God, there was a few things I wanted to buy, but I was like, I could go to an antique store and buy these things. Like, it was just crazy. Okay, another thing I found was, I love old boxes, and I've shared these before, and these are smaller ones. So they're kind of fun to just, here's the other one. This one's a lot heavier. Does this one have, yeah, this one's kind of got more of the writing and stuff on it. So I always grab these as well. They add a ton of character, but yet they're functional, right? You can store all kinds of things in them. So I always grab these when I find them. Let me just set those down there so I don't drop them. I don't know if at Christmas I'm going to be, I have picked up, actually on my shop page right now, I should have linked it up above and I didn't, because some of these items will be on my shop page this Wednesday. But on my shop page, I have the anchor hawking, right? That's what they are. Yes. I have a set of 5 of these. I don't know what it is about these little glass candlestick holders. I love them. And when they're, I mean, look how pretty these are. So, and there was a pair. So I grabbed those as well. Can you imagine like a bunch of those at Christmas time? You have candlesticks in them, but then if you had twinkle lights around them, it would just be, it's just going to be that much better. Okay, this is one of my favorite finds. Oh, I just love this thing. And like I've always said, the imperfections. And this one I have not looked up. WS, I'm trying to see, it's, can you see that on there? It is stamped on the bottom and I haven't looked it up, but it's just got like, can you see the, like, it's crazing in just a little bit of the area. I love the discoloration where it's kind of darker up at the top, like around this, you can see. I just love these and I always pick them up. And I have had a few of them on the shop page. So I was just thinking, did I put one on last week? It might have already sold, but anyway, so I do put those in the shop. Whenever I find marble candlesticks, I always pick them up. They go pretty fast. So I did find another one. So this one's numbered. I think somebody just numbered it. So I always grab these marble candlesticks. Okay, another thing I love to pick, look at this thing. This is a candlestick as well. This wood one. I thought that was really pretty. These are pretty too. I don't think it's in there. To put, like at Christmas time, to put smaller Christmas trees in them. So go to your thrift stores, you would find a small Christmas tree, or you could make a Christmas tree out of greenery and stuff. And then these serve as the base. So always pick those up as well. Okay, another thing I grabbed is whenever I find old books, and this set, when I was looking it up, it's kind of, I mean, it might be worth something, but it's the whole box set. This was at a yard sale. I did find some other old books, but the red color is really pretty at Christmas. You could take these out and you could wrap them with obviously ribbon and stuff. But I try to, the world's great thinkers, the political philosophers, the social philosophers, the speculative philosophers, and the philosophers of science. I don't know, kind of cool. I love the way they look. I try to limit what I bring into our home to green books, because otherwise our home would just be a library, because I love all books. But you guys know I'm always going to pick up these little stools. I use them as risers. You can paint them, you can whatever, but they're really come in handy when you're decorating shelves and things like that. It's that time of year. So anytime I find brass candlesticks, I will pick them up as well. Again, so pretty at the holidays, on a mantle, down your table, inside a shelf, like the hutch that I decorate and share here often. These two, I liked their design, but having all different, all different sizes, and they don't have to match. Not everything has to match. It's almost more interesting when you've got kind of a couple of that match, and then a couple that don't, in different heights and different, like all the things. Don't think that everything has to be matchy. Okay. I also loved this. It's from the 70s, and it's got the lid and everything to it. I love the color. I love, again, that it's functional. It's just super fun. This is such a 70s thing. But tons of storage, still in great condition, but just such a fun pop of color, like in a girl's room, or you could use it as a wastebasket if you wanted to. You could store, all kinds of things in there. But I loved that fun piece. And then I found, I always tell you when you see bags of stuff at your thrift stores to look at them. This is going to give me but I want to find out where these are from. But I found a whole bag of these wood decorative, and they're all different. Aren't they pretty though? And I love how they're not perfect. So wouldn't these be cute too? See, I don't think I'd paint these because I love the wood, but to make them into ornaments around the holidays, how pretty they are. And like I said, they're all different. But anytime I find wood accent things like this, if the price is right, I'm always going to pick them up because they're just so pretty. And again, a lot of stores like Pottery Barn and stuff like that, they have things like that. So, okay, so I'm just going to share a few more things. So when you're at thrift stores or when you're at like yard sales, it's fun to pick up these older books. They're just so fun to look through. Oh my gosh. they're so fun to look through and just to get ideas or just to get inspiration. Or I haven't looked through these yet. I kind of leave them for a rainy day or when I've just got a few minutes to sit down with some tea and look through them. But always look through the books. I look through the books every time I'm there or I'm at a yard sale. Number one, for books just to like read, but books like this, my mom, it's so funny because my mom, she's always said, what goes around comes around, right? Like what once was cool is now coming back. And she'll see things that we're doing now or like in your house or what kids are wearing or, well, now it's what kids are wearing are things that we wore back in the day, right? So everything kind of comes around. So even there were tons of them there. And they were all Southern living. I love Southern living, but I mean, they went all the way back to like 2000. They were like 90s. I think some of them were the 90s. I obviously didn't grab them all, but I just grabbed a few to, because they're just fun to look through and they're usually inexpensive, especially at a yard sale when you can find them. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, but I loved the wood on them. As soon as I brought them home, Gabrielle's like, they look like candles. And I'm like, oh, they kind of do. I just liked the wood on them. So there is a pair of them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. So they were a good price. Whenever, you know, people will say to me, I'll get messages a lot like, I don't know what to pick up. I don't know when to buy something or when not to buy something. And so one thing I always say is, number one, I mean, obviously always have a budget. And, but if there's something I like the color of it. I like the shape of it. The wood's really cool. And I don't have the idea right then, but it's inexpensive enough. I pick it up because, especially if it's something like this looks like they were homemade. Number one, you're not going to find them again. And number two, an idea will come. So just kind of, you know, if you're drawn to something, pick it up. If it's not going to take up too much space or that, you know what I mean? It's like these wood balls. I know, obviously, I can set these in a basket and I'm shopping for the shop page as well. So I do kind of have multiple things that I'm doing here. I can set these in a basket and be just fine on the, like on a coffee table, but you know, putting a little hook on them, adding them as ornaments, like that idea comes to me later. These kinds of things, I love the shape. I love the old, like European, just think of like my Pinterest pages on boards are just full of that, just kind of old world look. There's something about it I just love. And so these like pottery, and I see a lot of these now. So this one, it was the shape that really, I was like, I grabbed it right away. I knew I was gonna get it. And the color's great, but it was the shape of this one. This one, it's the color and the smaller shape. I don't have one like this. Again, those aren't anything that you're gonna like do something with. Amazing for Christmas trees at Christmas time, all year round. Stems for spring, fall, all the things. But like certain things too, like narrow it down to things that you will always pick up if you find them at a reasonable or within your budget price. So that for me is ironstone, old pictures like this. I love them. So when I find them, I'll get them. Brass accents. Again, I'm buying a lot for the shop page as well, but those, you just kind of narrow it down. But if you see something that you like, the color, the shape, the style, something, you're just not sure what you're going to do with it, pick it up because you will figure out something. Okay. The last thing that I have here to share with you guys is, I couldn't believe this. Hang on one second. Let me open these. I haven't even opened them yet, so I'm opening them with you. Again, these are in the bags that are kind of at the end cap or at the end of an aisle. Now I have heard, and you guys can correct me, but I've heard this, that vintage Halloween is actually more, oh my God, that's so funny. Vintage Halloween is more, I don't know if it's more I think it's more collectible or like, than Christmas, vintage Christmas, which is crazy to me. But as soon as I saw these, I knew I was getting them. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I can't wait. You guys, like, who remembers these? Look at these. My mom, like, this is how we decorated. Are you kidding me? They're in excellent condition too. Oh my gosh. We would get to tape these up like on our window. Look at this one. Is that the same as this one? Oh my gosh. We would get to tape these up. She would hang, it is different. Oh my gosh. This kind of stuff just brings back. But anyway, like vintage Halloween is even more, oh my gosh. Even oh my gosh, the cardboard is like, oh, did there used to be a mouse or something there? It doesn't look ripped there. You guys, I don't know. Oh, now I used to decorate for all the holidays. And I'm talking, I think I've said that here before. Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, you guys, 1967. You guys, what? This kind of stuff makes me so happy. She wrote on here where she got it from. Warren Drug. The Warren Drug store. I don't even know. 5 days before Halloween in 1967. They smell like a grandma's perfume too. Isn't that so funny? As soon as I opened the thing. And she's got her Thanksgiving ones as well. Oh my gosh. These kinds of things. Look at this one. These kinds of things. And the hole. Do you remember the hole? My mom would like then string them up and like hang them up from in different areas of our house. Like your teachers had them hung up at school. Oh my gosh. So this was I couldn't believe, just hanging. Let me move this stuff. Just hanging in these clear baskets at the end of an aisle. You need to move those. Sometimes like the stores are, and I think in different stores, because I've seen people shop in different stores, and some of you have these bags, like a wall of these bags. We don't have that. Like we have them at the end of aisles. They're like at an end cap kind of hanging at the end of aisles, and they are stacked and stacked and stacked. So I always go through them, like look through each one, because you're going to go through a lot of stuff that you would never pick up, but then you will find this kind of stuff and be super excited about it. I also found an original oil painting, and some, I don't know what else, there might be some more things. I can't remember, but some of these things will be on the shop page, and I will link the shop page up in the description above. But I would love to know, what was your favorite thing that I shared here that I grabbed? What is your favorite thing? Tell me. Okay, let me go through see if you have any, do you have any questions? You need to see something again. The funeral of the Queen. I know that's happening right now. My grandma, I've shared this before too, was actually from England. And whenever the Queen was on TV, it was like stop, the Queen's on. Like, she met my grandpa during World War II, and then he was from here where we live. And then so she, like, what was she, 18, 19, 20, I don't even know, moved over here and then stayed here forever. Like that I couldn't imagine doing that. I mean, I understand you move a few states or whatever, but like her entire family was in England then. Her entire family, my grandpa's family was from here. I mean, she would go back and visit, but not very often. I remember she would call home, and it was like an 8-hour difference. So she would like schedule her days so then she could call her sisters. My mom was like named after one of her sisters. And so, yeah, old boxes, I do love old boxes. So England kind of has a little, My older sister and my cousin, they got to go. I don't know if we were born yet, me and my younger sister, but they got to go over a couple of times, and it would be amazing to go. But another fun fact about me is I don't love flying. And so that long flight, like somebody would have to knock me out. That's a long flight. So, okay. Box cute to put a little, yes, the box, so I'm seeing a lot about the boxes. So these old boxes, heck yes. We've actually had bigger boxes like this that we've put Christmas trees in. So yes, they would be amazing for Christmas trees. Oh, thanks, Janet. You find the coolest pottery. I'm going to tell you something. I love old like pottery. I love handmade pottery. I love things like this. I would love to put more like in the shop because our house isn't big enough to like have it all. So I leave a lot. I am finding it more and more. So, but I've also noticed, I've also noticed too that the prices, we all know at thrift stores, the prices are just going up. And so certain times when I find them, I'm like, what, how much, does that really say that? Does that really say that? So there's, those I leave behind, but the candlestick holders, yes, they are, I love brass marble candlestick holders, the wood I guess we kind of had a candlestick holder theme, and these are like all my favorites. The brass, the marble, and a wood candlestick. Yes, please. I love them. That picture, when I saw it sitting, it was just, just sitting there on an end cap. Like, it wasn't like I had to like dig for it, but I think it was, it had to have been sitting like this. And I just saw this. So here's a little tip. I saw that and the discoloration around that, and I instantly knew it was an antique. It was old. So when you see that, you can't really see. Can you see kind of like the discoloration? Now, I know they are reproducing that color too on pieces, but obviously then when you pick it up, and you can tell too. But like this, I just knew I couldn't grab it fast enough. But like you play it cool, like, oh, what's this picture, but inside you're like freaking out. Yeah, that was me. Okay. Anybody else freak out when you find things like that? Or like you get to like a yard sale and it's like so good and you need to play cool and wish that nobody else was there so you could take your time to look through all the things. Yes, that's me. Yes, I set out books like that at Christmas on coffee tables or in a basket for sure. It's really pretty. Oh, I have a bunch of the cookbooks like that in order of 70s and 80s, and I display them in the kitchen for Christmas. That is 70s and 80s. Let me see. Penny, your daughter could easily duplicate all those Halloween decorations. She so could. It's just, but I could not believe these were just hanging there. She could. She's pretty amazing. I share a lot of her artwork. She's really shy, and so when I find it sometimes I'll ask, and sometimes it's just like she just did a quick drawing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. She just did a quick drawing, and the vintage Halloween you grab reminds me of the old school teachers that decorated their bulletin boards with it. Yes! Doesn't this just bring you back? This is why I love the old stuff. This doesn't like remind me of anything. It's the style and just that I don't know, just like, I just love like old antique things and vintage things, but things like this can bring you right back to like a memory or, just like a time or a person or whatever. The picture is your favorite. Yes, Penny, I don't know when you came through, but the bucket, Roberta, is this your favorite? The 70s? I'm trying to think of what else. If you follow my shop page, I love that thing. When I saw that, I grabbed it. Again, another thing I grabbed really quick. The ball, they're so cool. I'm wondering if they are from like a world market or something, or like a Pottery Barn world market, you know what I mean, type of store. I'll have to look them up and see. But yeah, I thought they were so cool too. The Crocs in the ironstone pitcher, good taste. I love it. My grandma was from England. Oh my gosh, Diane, that's awesome. Yes, that's so awesome. Love the wooden balls. Vintage Halloween decor, yes. The old white pitcher, my daughter says oh, that's so awesome. You've never flown. Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. And it's always great and amazing and worth it. Well, the amount of stress sometimes is not worth it, but vintage Halloween, yes, like it's really, and I don't find it ever. So I don't know if it's just something nobody gets rid of. You know my love for vintage Santa mugs, so I do find those more often, but not often. I should say, but not often. But I never, ever see vintage Halloween stuff, ever. I love old anything too, I know. Boxes and the pottery are my favorite. The wood canvas reminds me of the wood balls. Yeah, I found them at different places at different times. Yep, you could sew. We're not gonna start that. You could take this finish off of these. You could do it probably with the oven cleaner, but I also like the, it's TSP, right? No, that might not be right. I'm trying to think of the stripper that I just used. That would probably work really good on it too. I do, Joyce. I get excited. Yes, Vicky. I almost start hyperventilating. Yes, but you got to play cool, right? Like, you got to play it cool. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yes, Beth, and your heart breaks when you see something beautiful in someone else's basket. That I don't ever want to see. And I honestly, this is so funny, but I honestly, sometimes when people are walking out of a store or out of a yard sale, I try not to look at what's in their hands because it's the worst. It's the worst. Yep. Valerie, that's how you have to do it. I see someone holding something I love and they set it down. I, as inconspicuous as possible, slide in and grab it. Yep. Been there too. I'm like, yeah. Oh my gosh. I've done that so many times. I have actually tried to act like I'm looking at things, following people around. Oh my gosh. Yes, I've so done that. I have so done that. I love the vintage Halloween and the Christmas window paper decor. I was born in 1967. That's when she got this. It's got to be the same lady. So these have all got to be, I actually didn't look if I don't think she put a thing on any of the others, but oh my gosh. So cool. Yes, Melissa, yes. Some of these items will be on the shop page, and I will leave a link to the shop page up in the description. I don't think I can pin a comment anymore on Facebook. So sometimes I would put it in a comment and I would pin it to the top. I don't think you can do that anymore because they like to keep us guessing. So I will just put it in the description when I get off here. The white picture is amazing. Yes, love the metal bucket too with handles, so retro. It is. It's the best design, the best colors, and it's still got the lid and the handles are intact. I had to grab it. Yep, I know how you feel about the Queen having a special place in the family because of it. Oh, yes. My grandma was, yes. Please share the link to your shop. I have the hardest time finding it. It is something I have to subscribe to. It's nothing you have to subscribe to. It's all on Instagram, and it's just a page on Instagram. That's all it is. It's just like a normal, if you follow somebody on Instagram, it's the same thing. That's all it is. But I will link to it. So you just have to have an Instagram account. That's all it is. Thank you so much for sharing. If you know somebody that loves this vintage stuff and thrifted finds, share this video. I love to watch them as well. What other people are finding, where they live. Like, I think it's so much fun. I was born October 1960. It's like so much good stuff out there. Yes. So yes, I've thought about, doing kind of I just don't know how it would work here. And I know I've talked about it before. And then I know not everybody sees these videos. So that's why when you share them, it helps get the videos out. So thank you. Thank you. But I thought about doing kind of a live sale here on Facebook as well. I just don't know how that would work. So I've thought about maybe sharing some items that are available and then leaving the link to them. Because to actually find the person that says like sold first here, I think that would be a complete nightmare, especially by myself. There's like no way I could do it here and watch the sold comments and you know what I mean? So I think that would be hard. But what I could do is show some things that are available live and then link to the shop, and then you go over there and then it's always the first person that comments sold. That's who I reach out to first. And then people will get in line. Like somebody will say second in line. If that falls through, then I would, that kind of thing. But usually it's the first person that says sold. That's how we do it over there. Whoops. Watching from Prince Edward Island. Love the stuff you've been. Thank you, Debbie. I found Santa Claus paper window decor in my late grandmother's box. Oh my gosh. And we put them out in various places throughout the holiday. Ever come across any of the Halloween decor? Remember her having. Those are great finds. They bring back fun memories. They do. That's why I love. I know what you meant. Yeah. So that's how we do it. I will leave a link to the shop. Yes, some of these items will be on the shop page on Wednesday. I launch new items every Wednesday at noon Central Time. But yeah. I'm trying to think of something else I was going to say, and now I can't remember what I was going to say, but yeah, okay, I can't remember. It'll come back to me as soon as I hit this off, but yeah, okay, if you're watching it on replay, hello. If you do not see the red live up above here in this corner, you're on replay, welcome. I'd love to know what your favorite item was. Thank you to everybody that shared the video. I appreciate it. And now I will pick up this mess, and I hope you have a great day, great Monday. Thank you, Melinda, and I will talk with you guys very soon. Janet, yes, so I was talking about a sale on Facebook. I thought about how that would look, and I just don't know how I would do that. I would still have to have a link for you to go to like say sold or to get the items, if that makes sense. Because here, the comments and things come through so fast. And if somebody comes on, that comes in up as well. And so trying to find the first one while I'm trying to show you stuff and watch the screen, that's not gonna work. One page lets everyone comment sold, and later on a replay, she picks the first one that comes up for her and then notifies them. And later on a replay. So she just gets on, shows the item. So she would say, like this wood candlestick is whatever price. And then if you want this, how does she go back and know what? So you would have to say something like wood candlestick sold or something like that. Because if I said, and then this candlestick, you know what I mean? Then you would have to say like I'd have to have a name maybe for everything. So if you want this item, comment brass candlestick pair or whatever. Right? And then we could go from there. I love all. That's so fun, Diane. It's so fun to like find your people, right? Like who understand it. And because we all have those people that are like, what are you even talking about? Yes, with a number, Barb. So there's like a number. She gives a number. So this would be like number 1. So if you want to buy this, you comment number 1 and sold or something. I'm going to wait to see your answer for that. So then I would just have to, yeah, put like a sticky note. Uses a number on, okay. Would you guys want me to do that on Facebook here live? And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that gets, you can put a tag number to each item so you can then select the first person who says 1, 2, 3 sold. Yes, yes, and the price. So she says, this is $1, this is number 1 and $1. So if you want it, I mean, obviously she shows it to you. So if you want it, say number 1 and sold, and then I would go back after the live's over and you say number 3 is sold. Well, but it's not sold until it's paid. So that's the other thing with the shop page. It's like on Wednesdays at noon, if you come on and say sold, within an hour, like within 15 minutes, I am boxing things up, getting your shippings, because there's also shipping and, you know, added to that. Yes, sold number 1. Then you watch your own replay and take first person you see. If they back out, you pick next in line. Okay. It's only happened like over on the shop page. It's only happened like less than a handful of times where somebody like just ghosts it. But I'll have to think about it if it's something that you guys want to do. So I'll like give this a few days, and so people that are watching it on replay too. Okay. So then I can see if there's even enough. And like I said, I know not everybody's going to see this. So share this so a lot more people can see it. Because if 3 people are like, yes, do it, then it's kind of like, you know what I mean? But I'm just thinking out loud, because by the time, start small with a few items to try it. Yeah, that's definitely what I would do, Penny. I'm just thinking, because by the time I watch a replay, I just would like to have, because I like to get it all done, boxed up, go, you know, just go and drop things off. Yes, and they have to give emails so you can send invoice. Okay. Oh, I love this question. Only thing, I love my finds and don't know how you part with yours. I'm always so excited to find it. I want to keep it. Diane, I have like... I have podcasts about this. I have blog posts about this. And I know everybody's like built different, and I have always been somebody that I want things orderly, clean, and organized. And so having a lot of things is not my jam. And I don't like to store things if I'm not using them. So, you know, if I found a bunch of this stuff and I love it, but I have nowhere to put it, why keep it and why buy it, right? So if I'm going to keep this, and let's just say I'm going to set it on my shelf here in my office, something else off that shelf has got to go, because otherwise it looks like a hoarding situation for me. And then I don't do well with that. I want it to look like a decorated, curated, you know, home and decor and whatever it is. So, and I find stuff all the time, and I know that I can't put it all in my house. And so when people started reaching out to buy this stuff, it's kind of made it extra fun for me, because now I get to shop for not only me, but everybody else as well. So it's really been a lot more fun, because I've picked up a lot more things than I normally would be like, well, you know I want to put this in my shelf in my office, but I don't really have any room, so I'm just going to let it go. You know what I mean? So it's really kind of fun, because I get messages from people that say, my thrift stores aren't like that. I don't have, you know, so to be able to kind of, you know, pick up great things and offer it to other people, it's just super fun. It's super, super fun. And I am somebody that I don't get attached to a lot of things. There are a few things that I would never sell. But if I find something better or at a great price, or I'm always looking for things, you know, I'm fine to move things out as well. And we have sales at our house twice a year. So that's also fun too, because I would love I'm not going to get into all that. Here we go. But it's kind of fun to see people in person, and they know kind of what they're coming to get here. And so it's kind of fun to host a sale and kind of get rid of things that we aren't loving or using anymore. And somebody else, she gives like, okay, see, this Barb, that's kind of where I'm at. She gives 3 hours or whatever to pay. And if payment doesn't come through, goes on to the next one. See, that's my thing, because I don't want to sit here for 3 weeks waiting for somebody that I found on, replay. So that would have to be the thing. So like if I'd have to set a day that I would do it, and then I would have to give a time limit and then move on to the next people. Because a lot of the stuff that I'm finding you're selling, it's one of a kind things. And so if somebody really wants it, I want to get it to them. And so, okay, that's good to know. Yes, email, invoice, they send info. Okay. You still get to shop. Yeah, I will always, the thrill of the hunt is what keeps me going. So, the candlestick you just picked up, I don't know which one I picked up there. She does same day at the same time for the sale, but I'm talking about for somebody, Penny. So like if you bought something and I'm watching, so she must do the replay at the same day too. Maybe the day after. Maybe she does it that right after. Kelly, I've done it with rules posted. I would definitely, like if I came on here live at a certain time, Thursday at 9 a.m., whatever, I would want to, as soon as I got off, I would check to see who did. As long as things were selling, I'd do it right away. And then, okay, well, something to think about. And I do know people do it. I do know people do it here on Facebook. I guess I've never seen a live sale, I think, on Facebook where you didn't have to like go to a website or something and check out. Maybe I have. I don't know. I'll look. Okay. Yeah, this candlestick is pretty amazing. Rules, all sales final. Live sale, first sold gets it and has 24 hours to pay after invoice is sent next day. Then if no pay, you go to the next who wanted it. And then it's the same thing, Kelly. So then let's say if, person number 2, you're now getting back to them after, let's just say 24 hours of your sale, and then you don't hear from them, then you just go to hopefully the third person. Exactly, Penny. Yes, she gives a time limit. She also has an Etsy shop, so it can always go there if not paid. Oh, I see what you're saying. She can then upload it to the Etsy shop. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, you guys are super helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, I will think about it if it's something. I've had people who here on Facebook, they don't have Instagram, but have just got an Instagram account just so for the shop page. So that's what this week on Wednesday. Get it for that. I will put a link to it. It's just, if you go to Instagram, it's just My Creative Days Shop, all one word. It's super simple, but I will leave a link in the description just to make it super, super simple. You could also do a private page that people who want to join sale can join that page, then do the sale inside that private page only. The only thing with that, yeah, that's a good idea, Kelly. Then you have to get the people over to that other page. Yeah. And that's kind of what I did on Instagram. I wasn't going to do the sale on my main page, so that's why I made the shop page. Some people use Square for payment. Yeah. And right now I haven't had any issues. Yeah. So, okay. You guys have me thinking, great ideas, but, okay, I'll let you guys go now. We're just sitting here. So many options. There are tons of options. So, okay, I'm going to hop off, get some work done, but see, Jolene, I couldn't do if it goes to Messenger. Mine's not working thanks to Facebook. I know. It's like and things change all the time. It's like a watch. Tammy loves vintage and how she sells her items. It really works. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Yeah, thanks, Kelly. yeah, it's working fine over on Instagram, but exactly. So Messenger, sometimes people would want me to send like the total in Messenger, and then that kind of went away for some people. And yeah, so there's always something. They keep you on your toes for sure. So, okay, I am going to hop off, I swear. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Let me know what your favorite item was. Otherwise, I will see you Wednesday for sure on the shop page. And I will leave that link in the description for sure.